right, welcome back to a new episode of I Married A Bigfoot. You know, we've had some technical difficulties. It's the holiday times, and, you know, shit just gets crazy, and we just hadn't had the opportunity or the chance to really knock stuff off. And like I said, with technical difficulties, sometimes it just really puts a stop to what you want to do.
Yeah, we recorded a whole episode, and it deleted itself. And
yeah.
We were going to record, 2 episodes that day, and it just shut down everything. For basically the week, because right after that, all the holiday stuff started. We had to get everything prepped. It was just...
Yeah, it just got out of hand.
Zero time. Apologies for having no episodes for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so we were trying, but everything just kept trying to insert itself into our lives and make sure that we didn't do shit.
The paranormal was like, no.
Yeah, not today.
How about no more of this?
Yeah, stop giving up our secrets of the universe.
Exactly.
So, with all that said, it is the holiday season, so happy after Christmas, almost New Year's. We had a great Christmas. It was fun. The kids had a lot of good times. The holiday season for the corona has been weird. It's been funny. It's like, what do we do? What do we don't do? People come visit. People don't come visit. And, hopefully it's not like this next year.
But I think it kind of breaks it down to... I guess, like, the simplest form of the holiday, like, you're spending it with your immediate family.
Yeah.
Or immediate, like, friends, everybody's situation, family dynamic is different and stuff. Sometimes your friends are your family.
Yep.
So, you're spending it with the closest people to you, the ones that you see kind of day in and day out, for the most part, because that's the safe and only way we can do it. So it's kind of nice. It kind of kept at least us, from, like, traveling here, and you're like getting bare minimum time with
family and friends.
Yeah, instead of actually just kind of, keeping it like local and actually spending some more quality time.
Exactly.
If anything, I guess that's kind of a good thing, but it sucks because there's a lot of people that we normally get to see that we didn't.
Exactly. There's a lot of extended family, a lot of family that we'd have parties and go see with and spend time, but at the same time, it was a little nice to be a little more
just
local.
Home for the most part, instead of spending hours and hours driving.
Yes, exactly.
So, just good little silver outline, I guess, but hopefully next year we'll actually be able to see the people that we normally get to see.
Exactly. So hopefully, pretty soon everyone's getting the corona vaccine, and we're going to see how paranormal or psychic abilities or mutations happen with, the whole vaccine getting ready to come out. So,
exactly.
We'll definitely see how that goes. But besides that, let's get straight into the videos. This first video, it actually came from my sister, and it's paranormal as fuck. All right. It really, like, my grandmother passed away quite a long time, but she always joked about, just fucking with us when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, when this happens, And so we just kind of feel, because like I said, this is from my sister's house. My sister lives next to our old house where we lived basically forever, for as long as I've been alive, pretty much, before we got to this house. That's where I lived. Cristin lived with me there for a couple, technically lived with me there for a long time. Basically. And, and so, it was just a little odd. It was just a little weird. And also, too, this clip is going to be brought to you by Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area, because that's where this video came from. This paranormal video came from Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area.
Nice little plug there.
Little plug, you know what I'm saying? Plug, as Pat would say.
Okay,
so,
let's take a look.
And
see.
All right, now watch the top left corner next to the Tahoe.
So this is a security camera on the outside facing kind of their driveway area. Yeah. So when you get a chance to look at the clip, or if you're watching online now, you're going to look right in front of the hood of the truck, right up against the left-hand side of the video. There's this blue orb that literally kind of floats. It looks like it floats up.
It literally, to me, it looks like
it's floating away from the camera.
It is floating away from the camera, but it stretches out, and so it almost takes a humanoid shape. And there in the scene, you see a bug flying around, so it's got that illuminated bug light.
Yeah.
But this is blue.
It's blue.
It's blue.
And there's no blue lights in the
there's nothing
driveway.
To reflect that blue. Nothing. All right, so like honestly, like if it was any other, like a red light, I could be like, a reflection from the tail light or this and this. But the thing is, this is a blue illuminated, and it's see-through, it's transparent.
Yeah.
All right, and when something's reflected, it has to be reflected onto something. So that's one of those things that you need to understand, that for reflection to hit, it's just not going to illuminate an empty space. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because then you just have a light there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could see the light source. This right here is an independent light source that's floating and moving at the same time. So you could say it's a reflection. You could say that, but what's it reflecting on? There's plants, but that's it.
I feel like this is a personal attack. And I say that because we watched this video in the last episode that disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you already know what my argument is going to be.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got a little bit of a setup.
I'll explain further.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh, well, see, and that's the thing, too. I've had more time to digest this video, really break it down.
Yeah.
And, I posted it on TikTok. I posted it online.
Was there any responses?
There was a few responses. Everyone was like, what the fuck is that? Or what the fuck am I looking at? Or that's fucking creepy. Or it's a reflection.
Yeah.
But, like as these comments came in, like I said, I'm watching it over. I'm like, all right, well, first of all, it does coincide with the timing of him pulling in. But what's it reflecting on? Look, there is a window that you can't see, but the thing is, it's a clear window with a black curtain.
Uh-huh.
So
okay, so to kind of go on my logical point of what I made last time on the video that nobody's seen because it's gone. I was thinking the only logical thing that I could come up with. Now I don't. It's like a very on the low percentage to me of what it could possibly be, but I was just trying to come up with some physical thing that could have caused this blue light.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, well maybe if one of the tail lights or one of the parking lights or something is reflecting through the driver's side window. Yeah. In the Tahoe, because it's kind of weird and tinted, and then you know how there's that shade tint on the windshield. Yeah. So maybe there's some weird refraction happening, and not projecting onto the open space, but in the camera lens. Yeah. That's causing it to glide up. That's the only thing, and this is like I'm grasping at straws here.
Oh yeah, no, it's a big time. It's a big time grasping at straws.
That's the only thing that I could think. Now I don't know nothing about light refraction or any of those things. That's the biggest word. Yeah. So for anybody that does know anything about how those security cameras maybe kind of work, especially in low light and things like that. Whether or not that's even a possible or a possibility without knowing all the angles of their driveway. That's the only kind of plausible non-paranormal explanation that I could kind of come up with. I did Google this, blue light anomalies and security cameras and all this. There's nothing. There's no widely known explanation that I could find in the 20 minutes that I spent trying to Google it in different ways. The only thing that came up were people are saying blue orbs are loved ones and family members. Which it coincides. It makes sense. So to your credit and to your point of this being possibly your grandma, for sure. There's definitely people who are out there in the woo-woo community that believe that blue light is a loved one. It's a friendly spirit. It's someone who is just trying to communicate. And I don't know nothing about nothing. So that very well could be what it is. And it might just be your grandma coming to visit.
Well, and like I said, from years of consuming and watching and developing a degree and a vast PhD. Knowledge and my PhD in TVology through ancient aliens, finding Bigfoot, ghost hunters, paranormal adventures, paranormal lockdown, caught on camera. There's so many episodes and hours that I've consumed. I've seen almost every episode. Too much. And so with that vast knowledge that I'm reaching in, like I said, what I'm seeing here is something that's paranormal that cannot be explained, cannot be pushed away, because she is talking about something because the driveway's an angle, the car's parked a certain way, but the thing is the light doesn't come the light doesn't start, or the light starts before it gets to the point where it could go through the window of a tinted window.
It's and like I said, it would be very the light would have to be reflecting through basically all of the windows in the car, and bouncing back into the camera, the ring camera. And whether or not that's even possible, I don't have any clue. But that's my hoping there's no ghosts out there.
Yeah, well, like I said, we seen it. What do you think? Let us know, because like I said, I'm saying it's a ghost. It's it's proof right there, because you have all elements. You have something physically moving, a bug moving, and then something blue that pops out of nowhere. Because like I said, it manifests and then it moves.
Yeah, and it does dissipate. Yeah. It's not...
it grows too.
It does kind of transform and move. It doesn't really... kind of keep steady with what you would think a light would, because the light on the truck, the only thing that's really moving other than like little bugs and stuff that you see in the video, that truck is the only thing that's moving. That light obviously doesn't grow, or anything
tremendously. So, it slightly develops into this long shape.
So yeah, the change in the blue glowing doesn't kind of coincide with the fact that the truck is only moving. Yeah. Because the truck light, like I said, isn't actually moving or changing. The only thing is there's like a bit of a curve on those windows. Yeah. But I don't think that would make a huge difference.
Exactly. And there's our dog in the background.
Macho, going crazy.
Going crazy. Neighbors are outside. All of a sudden, I gotta let them know I see them. I see them. All right, I know. Every time. Can't ever record a podcast in peace.
I know.
All right. Now let's get into the next video.
So let's take a look at the next one. The next one is
another paranormal.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one's a TikTok.
Okay, so
this is somebody's like bedroom or living room area.
Listen to how loud and aggressive it is.
The door's knocking, but there's nothing behind it.
Yeah, there's nobody. So he opens. So the door, the audio is pounding. He opens the door. It goes out to a hallway where there's stairs, and then 3 other rooms, like another like living room area, because you can kind of see a fireplace, and like maybe another room, and then maybe like a bathroom, kind of through a hallway. There's nobody out there. All the doors are open. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
He definitely seems shocked. And like
he's got a genuine look on his face.
Kind of like the shock where this has been happening steadily. Because he even says this is why we're moving, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're getting the fuck out of here.
So it's believable to a certain extent, because he's like, this is not surprising, but he's still shocked and freaked out a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So how much do you think that this is real? Because I have a large bullshit factor on this one.
There's so many factors into something easily faked like this, but the thing is the genuine look on his face makes it seem so... And people are fucking great actors. People can really pull stuff off, but the thing is that's so awkward to happen. It's like, you could really see that happen. You could be in your house, laying in your bed, all of a sudden you just boom, 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 boom. Like, what the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. You go to check, who the hell's knocking on my fucking door? But the thing is this guy's upstairs, and there's no reason for someone to be knocking on this door. He's the only one home, and he's like, what? And obviously he has all the lights on in the house, because he's already freaked the fuck out. And the majority of us will keep the lights on if we start getting freaked out. No one's shutting the lights off. Like, oh man, something crazy is happening. Let me turn off all the lights. No, that's nobody's reaction. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, I need to be safe. The light is protective.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But apparently not in this fucking house.
Yeah. So okay. So he is very believable. I'll give it to that. But my thing is that with that door, with that kind of pounding, the door would be shaking. The door handle would be jiggling.
And this does seem like an older house.
It's completely silent or not. It's completely not moving, because it's a video of the door.
Yeah,
you would see it's an old kind of
rickety looking door. And like
door.
One of those crystal style handles that looks loose.
Exactly, and for it to be making that amount of pounding, because you can hear the door actual pounding, and then you can hear the jiggle from the doorknob in the audio. But it's not moving at all. Yeah. Nothing's shaking even like a little bit, because I went back and looked at that a couple times. Yeah. I don't see any kind of vibration on the door. So for that to have the audio match, I feel like that's BS. So either A, he recorded the audio previously,
and that's what you do on TikTok.
And that's a lot of what happens in TikTok, especially when they're trying to like do paranormal stuff or just fun audio that doesn't necessarily match a situation but makes it a more entertaining video. So there's that. Or, all those doors were open. Someone could have easily, because he doesn't go into any other rooms on the hallway, someone could have easily like been on one side and kind of like reaching out and pounding on the door. If you go back and analyze the door and you see pounding, that's a possibility. I didn't see any, but someone could have been pounding on the edge of the door, and then kind of just scooted their way through to like the bathroom, because it's a small hallway. Yeah,
it's a very small hallway. It's not a long hallway.
It's not
like 3 or 4 steps, and you're in the next room.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing is, like you were saying on the last time we did this, was that there's no shadow of feet.
Yeah, it is, because if you look on the bottom of the door, there is no...
They literally have to be like reaching over,
and doing it,
to make.
But even then, too, the light that's reflecting from that bottom,
you would feel like you would see some shadow.
Yeah, you would see any kind of shadow if they're even close. So they could be using a long stick poking the door, but at the same time, you would hear the tapping of the stick. You know what I'm saying?
Pounding
exactly,
like a fist.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It sounds like pounding like a fist.
Yeah. So it was pretty crazy.
I think it was probably pre-recorded audio.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But who knows? Who knows?
You never know.
It could be just a ghost just fucking shit up for them.
Looked interesting enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So let us know what you think. Go through the video.
Yeah.
See if you can tell us what's up.
Now this one's a Bigfoot video that I pulled off right here. Now if you really look at this, you see something.
So this is in the snow, in the woods.
Yeah.
You can see a very dark shadow and shape behind 2 tree trunks that are right next to each other.
Yep.
And the guy kind of moves around to try to get a better angle. You can't.
It's hard to see. Yes, exactly. It takes a second before you can focus in, because you can see the outline of the shape, but as he zooms in and moves around trying to get closer,
you kind of lose what you're looking at because all the tree branches and stuff. But he does end up finding it. So towards the tail end of the video, he's able to focus in and actually get a solid image.
Solid image, a good look.
It's pretty weird, because in the beginning, the whatever's there looks like it's standing up. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So it kind of looks tall and kind of thin. Yeah. It's kind of like trying to make itself go behind the tree trunks. Yep. But once he actually focuses in and has moved, it looks like it's kind of hunched over and covering his face with its arm.
Exactly.
And it's super hairy.
It's super hairy.
It's black hair.
You can
very,
see
very long hair.
And you can see the lips, the mouth.
Tendrils of hair.
Yeah. Like it's dreads,
Yeah. So it's probably, 10 inches of hair hanging off of its arm. But it's just kind of going... It's wrapping its arm around its head to kind of cover its face,
and to blend in.
You can still see the face.
Yeah, you can see the mouth, the eyes, the nose.
Face. It looks like almost very similar to like a gorilla face or like a monkey face or whatever. So it's pretty weird. I don't.
It's hard to break these down because people are so great at effects, but the thing is like. It's so real life looking because, there's ways to hide it and we just show it and how he was covering the face. But the thing is when you can see the lips, the hair, the mouth, and you're just like, what the fuck?
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
Let's see if we can just get a zoom in on the face. So here's the thing. The reason why, and this could be a very movie, there's people out there who usually make movies who are out of work due to Corona, so maybe they're just having a little bit of fun, who knows. But the thing is, you can see the nose, you can see the whole lips, you can see the bottom row of teeth.
You can see the jaw.
Which is a lot for a BS mask.
Yeah, exactly.
To see that amount of detail.
And to actually show that much. Because, the majority of stuff, they're never going to show the face. They'll show a body, they'll show an outline, they'll show a glimpse.
Yeah.
But to be able to zoom in. Yeah.
Usually, the easiest, that's
that looks rubber.
Fake.
That looks fake. Yeah, exactly.
So, it's either a really good prop or kind of bodysuit type thing that they have set up.
Yeah.
Or this is some weird long-haired... thing that may or may not be known by Bigfoot.
You know what I'm saying? Out in the snow.
Out in the snow.
And it's freaky too, because like I said, when you first look at the video, it's tall. And then as he moves around, obviously this thing shifts over and position.
Trying to cover itself.
Exactly. Trying to blend in, which it blends in extremely well because you can barely see it.
You would think in the snow, black hair would stand out, but it just falls right behind the shadows of the tree.
Yep. And so it looks like it's just part of the tree. Mm-hmm. So it just lets you know.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's go to the next one. The next one is another Bigfoot one that I pulled off of Instagram. And it was pretty fucking funny. It's pretty fucking freaky. And it's when you look at it, you're like, what the fuck?
So this is somebody taking a video off the side of a hill.
Yep.
They're kind of panning down into kind of just a hillside.
Yeah.
And there's a tree that has this big kind of like creature hanging out off of one of the branches.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's so wide out in the open.
Yeah.
It's totally Jesus.
Oh my God.
Scared me.
Macho.
Yes.
So the thing is that if we
It's
get
there. Macho.
Can we pause?
Yeah, we'll pause it. After caging the beast that we have in
Yeah.
our house, we can actually.
We had to cage our Chacho crowd brother.
That's it. He's like
It's getting too wild.
too wild, and he made a huge mess. All right, so
All right.
back to the video.
Yeah, so let's go back to the second Bigfoot video.
Yeah.
So he's in the tree. Or
He's holding something.
This kind of figure or whatever.
Yeah.
He looks like he's kind of doing like a...
He's bracing himself on something, like if you'd lean against a wall or a table.
Almost like a push-up kind of stance. Like he's holding himself up by by his arms, basically.
Exactly.
And his like legs seem to kind of be
Hidden by the back of the tree.
So
And so you can't tell if he's high in the tree or if the tree's like on an angle of the hill where he can actually lean on it like that.
yeah, you really can't tell because it's going down
Yeah.
the side of a hill,
Yeah.
so we have no idea.
Yeah, so it can be ridiculously huge within the 10-foot range,
Yeah.
or someone prep something that's in the tree. And here's a still picture of it. This is the best zoom in picture that I can get of it.
Yeah.
And when
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of things. One, we were looking at this and we're like, okay, is it a trick of the eye?
Yeah.
Where it's actually what you're seeing is some weird cave or
yeah.
shadow in the rocks behind the tree,
Yeah.
and it just kind of looks, or is it actually some type of figure in the tree?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we were looking at is the highlight the
Yeah.
highlight on the arm, the shadow on the
chest, and
then
the
light
brightness on the head.
on the face. So it doesn't look like any type of weird
Anomaly.
trick of the eye where
Yeah.
it's actually the rocks behind the tree. And
Yeah.
we've had a couple of those videos
Yeah.
where I'm like, no, this is rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
So I am on board with saying that this is not rocks.
Yeah, that's not
that
rocks
there
at
is
all.
something in the tree.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not it's real or a prop.
Yeah, which I've seen people do in the woods where they'll put something off in the
that's fun.
distance.
If you have a bunch of
Yeah.
property and you're like, oh, people are going to be up here hiking, I would put...
Yeah, or driving by, you know what I'm saying? They'll put something just slightly off in the distance where you can barely see
Just
it.
a little thing, a little inside joke with themselves.
Yeah. But
Because they
like,
got a Bigfoot.
if you look at this, to me it looks like something with a Michael Myers mask on because how bright it is. Like if you look at it, it's really white.
It's weird because it's white right on the face, and then the top of the head is like super dark.
Yeah.
It almost looks like I think they're howler monkeys or something, where they have the white light, and then the dark markings. Like,
but it wouldn't be big enough though.
But this thing is huge.
Yeah, this thing is huge.
I'm not saying that it's a howler monkey.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is it has that type of
facial features.
Facial features, also the coloring.
Yeah.
Is what I was trying to say. So it's got kind of that kind of look, just on a huge scale, because this tree looks gigantic.
Yeah.
I think it's a prop.
You know what?
Because of the way that it's standing, it's not trying
it's
to
not
hide
moving.
itself.
Yeah, it's not
moving at all.
Yeah, and the whole time you're watching, it's completely still. Which Bigfoots are known to be 100% still. They're the fucking emotionless person where you can sit there and they stay completely still because they want. If something's not moving, you're not going to look. People are very oblivious to those things, so like that's why it's always known to just stand off to the side. You walk past it and you're not going to see it because there's no motion to it. But the thing is this is so out in the open that I don't believe it would be out there.
I think it would have, as soon as it caught somebody's, if it was real.
Yeah.
I think if it caught somebody's eye, that once it realized somebody was there, and it had enough knowledge to like, okay, I need to freeze, it would like flatten itself a little bit.
Yeah.
It's standing like propped up on
exactly.
this branch.
Like, look at me, I'm presenting myself.
Yeah. So, which I don't think would be smart for any animal,
at all,
let alone a Bigfoot.
Exactly. So
I think it's a prop.
I think it's a prop too. It was very interesting because you're just like, what the hell? Like, look at that thing. And the video was very quick, so I looped it together a few times and then pulled the best steel I could pull off of it.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty crazy because you're like, what the hell is that? You know, at a quick glance of the eye, you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And if we were out there hiking, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. We'd be doing the same thing those people doing in the video.
Exactly. So.
It goes like that.
Yep. That it does. Okay, so what do we have next?
We got paranormal in the news.
All right, so let's take a look at this one.
Aliens exist, and President Trump knows about it.
Of course he does.
He knows it. President Trumpy knows this.
Trumpy knows everything about the aliens.
The aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are.
We just don't know.
NBC News chief global correspondent
We're not
Bill
ready.
Daly explains
Not
this.
ready.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group
Is
of
it just the
aliens
United
for
States and
years,
Israel,
not
or
immigrants,
like
but
do other
extraterrestrials.
countries know
He
about
has
it as
called
well?
Well, there might be other countries who know about it, but this guy, I retired, I got nothing left to lose, and I'm breaking the fucking truth.
Yeah.
And Trump knows
On
it.
the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
Well, the retired general said the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is.
So,
The good news
so what's this
is that he
guy's
claims an agreement has been
motive?
reached
If he
between
said the
US
aliens
government
aren't
and
ready,
aliens,
why is he just
contract to do-
Let me tell you something
putting out
else.
the aliens like that?
People want the truth to be out there, and why would you not? This guy's sitting on this information, this ticking time bomb, and it's like, look, fuck these motherfuckers against the fucking program, and I'm gonna let the world fucking know. And he did. This is a highly credible scientist for 30 years running government business.
Yeah, but he's 87 now.
Hey, yeah.
How
He says he's
you
come
know,
forward now.
might not be all the
Listen.
way there anymore.
But his news will be
See?
accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized.
You see? That's why. He's like, look.
He still might be hospitalized.
Yo, he's probably hospitalized right now because they're trying to fucking decredit him.
Yeah.
They're trying to break him down. See, look, why would you develop the Space Force if this wasn't going to happen? Why would we not getting into the Galactic Federation if we didn't have a Space Force set up? This is the grounds that he did. Trump knew as he walked in, when he got debriefed, they're like, look, set this up because guess what the fuck? Aliens touch down. Aliens let us know what the fuck is going on, and we need to start preparing ourselves. Look, 2020 has been a setup this whole time to get us mentally prepared, wearing masks, fucking brainwashing, fucking vaccines, tracking devices, fucking, everything under control. So they have you guys locked down, and because we're locked down, when this fucking news drops, guess what? Can't go nowhere, can't do anything because there's a fucking pandemic. And so there's no rioting, there's no fucking nothing, and no one's going to protest against this. You know what I'm saying?
Aliens?
Yeah, no one's going to protest against the aliens because guess what? It doesn't fit the narrative of everybody fucking else from the left or the right because they don't know what to fucking do. All right? Think about that. Think about that. No one gives a fuck about the aliens. You know what I'm saying? They're not here to take our jobs. They're here to fucking take over.
From what I've seen online, people are like, "Show me the aliens."
Yeah, they're always gonna.
They're like, everybody, just give me the aliens.
Everybody's ready to show me the aliens, but the thing is no one's ready to choke out an alien. No one's ready to kill an alien. No one is
choke out an
physically.
alien?
You can. All right, it's physically possible because aliens
don't breathe our air.
They don't have to breathe our air. They could be wearing a mask. Will Smith did it in Independence Day, knocked them the fuck out with one blow. All right, if Will Smith can do it, I can do it.
Life, huh?
Yeah, it does. It does. That's why all these alien movies are coming out. All this fucking crazy stuff's fucking happening. Look.
Mentally preparing her.
They already knew. Mm-hmm. Galactic Federation, Space Force. Space Force is a joke. Honestly, think about that. We're not going to be fighting in space. We're not going to be doing it if it was just us. Mm-hmm. If it was just us. But why? Think about it. Why do we need to develop lasers? Why do we need to fucking develop these fucking, these devices that can explode in space? Because there's no air and vacuum out there, or it's just a massive vacuum. So an explosion wouldn't even fucking happen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this is only what I've heard from. What were they saying online? They were just saying the Space Force was intended to be for like spy satellites and stuff like that to keep,
look,
people, trying to take down the United States through, spatial attacks.
Look, they're using logical sense to make us comfortable with it, even though that's not what it's intended for. You hear what I'm saying? Look, aliens are out there. They fucking know it. Why would we have all the alien abductions, UFOs, fucking, shit exploding into space? You know what I'm saying? Shit disappearing in space. I'm just saying it was only a matter of time before they fucking showed up.
But for 30 years they've been here kicking it, chilling.
Oh yeah, well, preparing us, and at the same time preparing to take over. And for those who are diligent, for those who are strong enough, for those who are willing to sacrifice themselves to stop the invasion.
I don't know. They're gonna blow up your implant in a second.
They can't stop talking about aliens. Implant or not, they know what they got into when they implanted me in my arm. They knew how crazy I was and how willing I am fucking ready to fucking rear naked choke an alien. All right?
Maybe they're into that.
They could be into that, but they're not going to be alive long enough to enjoy it. All right? I am more than willing to punch an alien. I'm more than willing to stab an alien. I'm more than willing to handle an alien invasion. All right? They ain't coming in my fucking house, and they ain't taking my fucking job.
Just aliens working at Costco.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? The economic stimulus package that we're going to receive, that's what they're trying to get.
There you go.
I'm just throwing it out there.
All right, let's reel you back in for a second.
Well, that was our episode.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't go too far deep, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, a little bit.
Trump knew, this guy knew, and now this guy's hospitalized. I didn't research anything into this guy. I just know by what he did was heroic. And I want him to know that I appreciate his sacrifice and his willingness to fucking have freedom wherever he lives in Iran and to be dead or hospitalized and never see the light of day because he exposed the truth.
The truth.
The truth is out there. Mulder and Scully are always looking. I believe. All right? I believe. And you should believe too. Believe in America.
Oh my God. All right.
This is I'm Married A Bigfoot. Thank you for watching. Watch the videos, links and everything will be on Instagram.
On Instagram, so you guys can check out the videos if you hadn't had a chance to watch the YouTube with the videos. Review them. Tell me how wrong I am.
How right I am. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.